Of all the pastimes that people have taken up over the years, surely collecting is the most widespread. People collect countless things for their homes, from cookie jars to Picasso paintings. In this century, each decade has produced such objects that have become more valuable as the years roll by. 100 years ago, Art Nouveau artists like Émile Gallet and René Lalique created glass objects so fine they're now almost as precious as jewelry. In the 20s and 30s, the Art Deco movement, based on geometric forms, created another revolution in decoration. Then in the 50s came contemporary furniture, with its spindly legs and molded and laminated free-flow chairs and coffee tables. What will be the collectibles from the 80s? To find out, I asked some leading interior designers. Ruben de Saavedra believes the 80s have created so much excitement in the arts that even catalogues of auctions could become collectibles.
Also, no, I would think too, many of the boxes are perfume boxes and bottles. That I think, since we have every designer today has a perfume, the bottles and the boxes would be very much a collector's item.
Samuel Botero says it will be furniture, cleanly shaped and superbly finished, that will be valuable. As an example, he cites the work of New Yorker Dakota Jackson. Why Dakota Jackson?
Because he is a very pure designer who uses materials in a very different way, and his work is of the best quality.
In the use of materials?
In the use of materials, in the play of line, in the lines that he does.
Juan Montoya says that metal sculptures, especially bronzes, could become prized pieces.
I think that metal was neglected for many years, and now we are going into the 90s. Metal is, I think, in many ways, a material and a form that will be very much important in the next decade.
Mary Meehan believes pottery and porcelain will be important.
They're doing like Mataheda does a lot of copies of wonderful old china, and they're very beautiful. They're very well made. So those things, I would think, would be collectible in the future. They'll be priceless, just as Sèvres china is today, I think. Some of the pottery being done today in America, hand-thrown pottery, will be collectible. There just aren't that many people doing it anymore, so it'll be perhaps more rare in the future than it was in the past.
Philippe Starck, the French designer, believes in two 80s collectibles: computer-generated artwork and stock certificates of giant American companies that have been involved in takeovers.
Computer image. I am discussing with the Minister of Culture, Jack Lang, now to build a museum for that. I think it's very, 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 very important. And I think that the two main things will be this and the financial abstraction. You know, the people, the traders and readers, I think that it's something incredible. It's an incredible vice of society. And I think I want to have one stock of a big raid about against a big company, because it's terrible. It's terrible.
There they are, some ideas for collecting mementos from the 80s. And that's style for the 80s. Next week I'll be back with some good news for the 90s. From New York, you'll see the subtly colored and shaped spring collection of Carolyn Rome. From Paris, the brilliantly designed separates of Claude Montana. And from Milan, the new look in housewares from Alberto Alessi. He's the manufacturer who engages top architects to design everything from coffee services to kitchen stoves. Until then, have a happy new year. I'm Elsa Klensch.